Egyptian police have fired tear gas to disperse crowds of supporters of detained ex-leader Mohammed Morsi during a march in central Cairo. Morsi supporters went to a government compound to protest at the appointment of army officers as local governors. Local residents then clashed with the pro-Morsi crowds and both sides threw bottles and stones at each other. Before security forces moved in, the army deposed Mr Morsi in July and put in place an interim government. Supporters of Mr Morsi, an Islamist leader who came from the Muslim Brotherhood movement, refused to accept the new government and insist he must be reinstated. They say the military overthrew a democratically elected government and is now attempting to entrench its power. Opponents of Mr Morsi say he used his year in power to dismantle secular, democratic institutions in order to increase the influence of Islam, deepening divisions. Tuesday's trouble began when crowds of Mr Morsi supporters marched to an area of Cairo that houses several government buildings, and is also home to many people who oppose the Muslim Brotherhood. The protesters were angry because at least 15 former military officers have been sworn in as local governors. The demonstrators tried to get into a government compound, but were forced out and then clashed with local residents and police. Women and children fled the scene, as both sides threw bottles and stones at each other. Witnesses said residents belted the demonstrators from balconies, taunting them by calling them terrorists. Millions of Egyptians had protested in favor of Mr Morsi's removal, but correspondents say his ousting appears to be deepening the divisions in Egyptian society. His supporters have set up 2 camps in central Cairo, where they have been holding sit-ins. The authorities threatened to remove the camps earlier this week, but then said they would delay the plan.